generated by the increase in value of stock B, and some can be generated by the extra money that will come into the home if Jackie decides to go back to work after the last child is enrolled in daycare. We'll discuss these options in more detail at our next meeting. We also recommend establishing a 529 college savings plan for each child. As you may be aware, a 529 college savings plan is a plan operated by state or education institution with tax advantages and potentially other incentives to make it easier to save for college and other post-secondary training for a designated beneficiary such as your child. The earnings are not subject to federal tax and generally not subject to state tax when used to pay for qualified education expenses. We will also discuss this option in more detail at our next meeting. Alternatively, if these goals are not achieved because of unforeseen circumstances, then you could consider having the children attend the local community college or state college while living at home. Risk management issues. The risk management issues and recommendations were previously documented in the three-panel approach at inception. Please read this report and contact me if there are any questions. The report recommends that you increase the amount of coverage for the group term insurance for John. We also recommend that you proceed with the purchase of the $780,000 30-year term insurance for Jackie at an annual premium of $280. You currently have your home insured at 67% of replacement value. In order to meet the 80% co-insurance requirement, we recommend increasing coverage to $288,000 and an additional $872 per year. We also recommend changing your auto insurance to higher limits and higher deductibles. This will in turn lower your premium. We also recommend increasing accidental disability insurance for John and also the purchase of a $1 million plop at a suggested cost of $250 per year. Since both of you are in good health, we recommend that the long-term care insurance be postponed until a later date when your financial condition improves. We also recommend additional term life insurance in John of $1 million to $1.7 million. Annual cost of maximum recommendation is $1,800. Estate planning issues. You presently do not have any estate planning documents. We recommend that both of you have the following estate planning documents prepared: a will, an advance medical directive, dual power of attorney for health care, a revocable trust and irrevocable trust, a bypass trust, and a special needs trust. Most of the above-mentioned documents are legal documents and must be prepared by an attorney. If you do not have an attorney, we will be happy to assist in recommending one. The estimated cost of above legal documents is approximately $1,500. Long-term goal issues. It will be extremely difficult for you to achieve both retirement at age 62 with 70% wage replacement ratio and full funding for all three children at the state university. This would require additional savings of $60,000 per year as indicated by the financial software. Retirement at age 65 with 60% income replacement will require an additional $36,783 per year, including full education funding. Retirement at age 67 with 60% wage replacement ratio will require an additional $32,818 per year, including full education funding. However, these amounts will be reduced considerably after the above recommendations have been implemented. We therefore recommend you consider the retirement age at 65 with 60% wage replacement ratio. As we had mentioned before, Jackie plans to return to work in 5 years, so that additional income will help in realizing your recommended goals. After you have had time to consider these alternatives, we will revise the plan to reflect your decision and perform a detailed sensitivity analysis of your selected choice. So the issues addressed was the death management or recommendations made that adequate. Another issue addressed was educational planning. The recommendations made that adequate also. The risk management was the next one addressed, and with our recommendations, that was adequate. The estate planning with our recommendations, that was also adequate. And the long-term goals, the alternatives were provided and suggested, and this is open because you have to take a further look at it. The future. In the future, you will receive salary increases which should make the plan easier to achieve over time. In addition, if your wife returns to work in 5 years, this extra income will also make the goals easier to achieve over time. Once you have made a decision on which of the retirement options best fits your situation, we will address the uncertainties inherent in any financial plan. We are providing you several reports to take with you today to assist you in making your decisions. We appreciate the opportunity to be of service to you, and we are available to answer any questions related to these documents or any other financial matter. Financial reports. The following reports include the effect of our recommendations and are available to take with you today. Projected financials, balance sheet and income statement which include the effect of our recommendations, projected ratio analysis report, projected three-panel approach, current net worth $245,000 without our recommendations. Our projected net worth in 5 years with our recommendations is 569,174. After this meeting, we will send you a letter detailing our specific recommendations. In addition, we will meet in 2 weeks to address any remaining issues that you might have. Please indicate which of the recommendations you want us to implement and which recommendations you plan to implement yourselves. Please bring this with you at our next meeting. Please note that if we are to implement some of the recommendations, we may need a letter of authorization or simply have you on the phone with us. Ongoing. We plan to meet with you at least every 6 months to monitor and, if necessary, adjust the plan. Please do not hesitate to contact us if you have any questions. In addition, it is very important to inform us as soon as possible if there are any significant changes to your situation. Conclusion. Mr. and Mrs. Griffen, we are happy to have had the opportunity to be of service to you in preparing this financial plan. We would also like to congratulate you in taking this important step towards achieving your financial goals and ultimately financial independence. We have discussed many issues in the plan and given you recommendations for each issue. We discuss your broad financial goals, your education goals, your risk management goals, your retirement goals, your estate planning goals, your current debt information, your assets and liabilities. We use money, education, financial software to analyze your current situation. We then produce your balance sheet, your current financial statement, your financial ratios, including your current ratio, emergency fund ratio, your housing ratio 1 and your housing ratio 2, your debt to assets ratio, your net worth to assets ratio, your savings rate for retirement, your investment assets to gross pay, your return on investment, your return on assets, and return on net worth. We then analyze your present situation using a 3-panel approach using risk management, financial short-term, and financial long-term goals. We then give recommendations for each goal. Next, we divide the issues to be addressed into 4 different categories: debt management, education planning, risk management, estate planning, and long-term goals. For debt management, we recommend increasing your savings rate and eliminating all current debt by selling stock A, selling the ATV, activating the HELOC, refinancing the mortgage on the home to a 15-year mortgage, and reducing your federal income tax withholding. For education planning, we recommend executing a 529 college savings plan for each child and contributing to the plan on a monthly basis as well as an annual basis. For estate planning, we recommend executing a will, an advanced medical directive, a dual power of attorney, a revocable trust, an irrevocable trust, a bypass trust, and a special needs trust. We then generated balance sheets, statement of income and expenses, ratio analysis, and a 3-panel approach with the information for the current year using the recommendations that we made. We also generated a 5-year projection. For long-term goals, we discussed the effective retirement age 60 or 65 and the circumstances surrounding each. John presently has a 401k with a loan feature that charges 3% above the prime rate. We did not incorporate this loan feature into the financial plan because our goals were accomplished without this loan. The loan would have to be paid back via payroll deductions, and this would reduce John's take-home pay. In addition, the interest paid on the loan is not tax deductible. The loan feature can be used as a backup in case of emergency. As we had mentioned before, any financial plan has inherent risks, so we will review, monitor, and adjust the plan as necessary to take any other factors into consideration. Thanks again for giving us the opportunity to work on your financial plan, and we wish you many happy returns. We have included some additional information here. We have your investment rate expectations, we have the risk tolerance questionnaire, your equity portfolio, your tax analysis, and your balance sheets with our recommendations, and also the 5-year projection. Thank you.